The zine has completely changed how everything goes in our life. And he loves it because he's eye to eye with people. He's, he's engaged. It's maneuverable within like your regular life. This is a 1-bedroom condo. He can get around in a zine in this condo. We're in Ocean City, Maryland. So we have the huge boardwalk here. I mean, he loves going up and down the boardwalk in that thing.
We have small hallways and tight turns that we really can't do it with his other equipment as easy as we can with the Zeen because it's got the 4 casters.
It's been a huge game changer. He fell out of his walker at school. So once that happened, they kept him in his power chair all the time. And I get it, their fear of falling, but for him, that took away a lot because they do a lot of life skills at school. They're doing cooking. He couldn't get to the counters. So he just kind of sat in the background and loaded dishwashers when everybody else is cooking. And that's what they could do.
They become converts. They become as vocal supporters of it as we are once they, see how it changes and impacts a life. We liked it so much, we had to buy a second one.
So now that he has the Zeen at school, it's completely changed everything too. As soon as they get to school, they were like, no, we put him right in it because it makes their lives easier too because he can do what he needs to do. Now it just gives him a way to just be a part of the classroom. But they've absolutely incorporated it in. He played basketball and it was the first time he ever got to actually hold the ball and walk at the same time. Because normally he was in arm rests and just pass the ball to him. It was a big deal. He went to prom and he's dancing in the Zeen. I mean, he's bouncing. Oh, he thinks he's funny. Even though he doesn't articulate well, once you get to understanding him, you hear what he's trying to say. He would joke about when he's in his power chair. I mean, everyone's bottoms are basically in his face. I would get so embarrassed because he would do this big sniff and be like, ew. So now it's so automatic now that if we're around a crowd of people, he pops up. He's like, nope, I'm not going to be there anymore. He'll pop up and go, ta-da!
A few weeks ago, a couple months ago, we had an adventure day, for a wish that was granted for Myles up in Baltimore with the Orioles. And it was a very cool experience. So we were all over town. We were going everywhere. When we were planning for this trip, we were contemplating what piece of equipment do we take? Do we take the Zeen or we take the power chair? And Christy's like, the Zeen does it all. Let's just take the Zeen. So we were able to have it in push chair mode. I pushed him right out into Camden Yards, right onto the field, and he stood out there and he walked around the park a little bit in it. But we were able to have this great, amazing day with one piece of equipment where he was able to walk, he was able to stand, he was able to sit, he was able to be pushed, and we didn't have to worry about transitioning to different pieces of equipment throughout the day. So it made it even more amazing than it was. So.
Yeah. Also, we went to the Baltimore Aquarium. So, some of those displays are up, they're tanks. And the fact that he could just walk up and just stand there and look at it, whereas before, especially when you're in a power chair, not only are you not at that height, but you're also a distance away because of the chair and your legs and everybody's in front of you. It was a different experience for him. He could get up and touch stingrays. He could get into those tanks and do those things, which he never was able to do before. We weren't getting the mobility and he wasn't getting the independence that he needed in our conventional things that we have. He loves now sitting at high top tables. That's his thing. He thinks it's the coolest thing that he can roll up and just pop his chair up and sit up with everybody else. We go places and I feel like he always wants to go to the bar because he just wants to be up.